Hello Raid Squidders, this is Greg's again and welcome back to Ark Survival Ascended Week 2. So this is just over 2 weeks since the game launched in early access on Steam. Sadly no sign of the console versions yet, although we are expecting the Xbox and the Windows Store versions to drop on the 14th of November, so that's next week. So we shall see. PlayStation is slated for the end of this month. Again, we shall see. Consoles are a tricky thing to nail down. So, I'm just going to do a quick good, bad and ugly list of what I like, what I don't like, what I despise in the game so far. So let's go through the good stuff first. Obviously, graphics are amazing. There's sort of no denying that. The draw distances for the bases is very, very nice. Very cool to come and fly into your village and not having pop up out of nowhere and grind to a halt. It's great. What else? We've got the quality of life. We've got the user interface, which is lovely, nice and snappy, nice and responsive. The building has had a major upgrade. There's a lot of quality of life stuff in the building. They've slimmed down the amount of items you need to craft. Basically, you can they've merged a lot of the stuff into one part, so you can just cycle through, which is absolutely a godsend. This is off the top of my head. Sorry, it's not scripted, but just thought I'd do a quick video. So, like I said, the combat is great. The movement is great. It doesn't feel as clunky as before. Although, it's not to say it's not clunky. It does feel a bit clunky here and there, but much improved. AI dinosaur pathing is, for the most part, for me, it feels the same. Although they do seem less suicidal now. They don't seem to just aimlessly wander off cliffs, which is a good sign. Audio seems to be a lot crisper. I don't know if it's maybe I've got because I've got a better headset. I don't know, but the audio does seem nice. The new stuff they've added for the audio feels really nice as well. Like the dinos collapsing, making that big thundering noise is it's such a satisfying thing, especially when you tame or knock out a massive dinosaur that you want to tame. It's really good. So in terms of visuals, the plus sides are obviously, like I said before, the map looks completely refreshed. There's some nice weather effects, although I don't think they've used the whole suite of Fluid Ninja's plugin to its full ability. I think they need to expand on that. It's like the water is great. The wave simulation is really nice again, but it'd be really cool to see really big waves in the ocean. That would be something interesting if they could add that. It's like the quality of life for the UI is again going back on that, but the taming of animals is a lot nicer of an experience. There's notifications now as soon as you start a tame, so you can see it anywhere on the map, so you don't lose your tames, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. Drops. I've seen a massive boost in quality of items, which I think have either been nerfed or I think they will be nerfed further because, I mean, look at the stuff on my inventory. This is just from drops. So, you know, you've got a really good journeyman metal pick, apprentice, hatchet, shotgun, stuff like that. So you can get through blueprints, but I've been really lucky on drops. I've actually got a cupboard full of armoured, which is incredible quality, which is great, and that's just all through drops. So yeah, I think they will be nerfed at some point because they do seem a little bit too powerful. The red drops are generally the god tier. Yellow drops are sort of like one less than that, but they generally just yield a very nice gear. I've been enjoying my time on the game. I've got about 83 hours, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I do work during the day, so I don't do this as a hobby, a full-time hobby, unfortunately. But yeah, I've put a lot of hours in since release, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm trying to think what else is good. I mean, the game itself is pretty much Ark Survival Evolved, but with a new engine, a new lick of paint. So there are a ton more good things I can say about the game, but I just can't think off the top of my head, so I should have really devised the list. But am I happy with the game? Yeah, sure. Are there issues? Yeah, absolutely there are still issues. Like I said, I'm not getting anywhere near as many crashes, but when I do get them, they're really at bad times. Like look at this screenshot here. I crashed here earlier on and I basically died as soon as I logged back in. Yeah, so that's not good. In terms of negatives, which I've kind of strayed onto, I'm just going to say this is Ark Survival Evolved 1.5. There's no doubt about it. Just because it's got a new map, it's still fundamentally Ark Survival Evolved under the hood. And to say this has been coded from the ground up, I do not believe that for a second. There are quotes, I don't know if it's from the developers or people associated with the game saying this has been coded from the ground up. I do not believe that for a second. There's still the same little irks here and there that Ark Survival Evolved had, such as this. So why can I move forward, but I can't move backwards? That was a problem in Ark Survival Evolved. But on some other birds, you can move backwards. On other dinosaurs, you can move backwards, but you can't on the RG for some reason, and other flyers. Which to me says it's the same code as ASE. So I do not believe for a second this game has been coded from the ground up. I'm sorry. It's like, for example, inventory. You put something on, you put wood on a furnace, you put wood into a fire, it will generate charcoal. But if you take the charcoal off, you can't put it back on. Again, ASE problem. You can't eat from a place you've crafted meat. Again, ASE problem. So, you know, I don't think that's by design. I think it is literally the way the game was, and it's the way it is now. So I don't think for a second it has been coded from the ground up, just to repeat myself further. So that, yeah, just look at the water. I mean, the soothing water simulation makes all your problems go away, doesn't it? It's beautiful. But anyway, back to the bad stuff. Stability, performance, still needs a lot of work. I'm very lucky in terms I've got a 3900K CPU, 32 gig of 6400 MHz DDR5 RAM and an RTX 4090, and it can't run this game consistently at 4K. And I'm not at 4K at the moment. I'm down to 1440p because my monitor's been sent off for repair. So even at 1440p on a 4090, you can't sustain a decent frame rate. You just cannot. Popping is frequent. Unfortunately, this is supposed to be an Unreal Engine 5 game. It's supposed to have nanite. You're supposed to have really good view distances for the most part. You do. Look at those tree physics. Every time I say something bad, something nice happens in the game, which makes me smile. So yeah, popping on the trees, you get some really weird, funky shadow glitching, which I've seen on many people's streams, and it's just, I think it is literally the game being quite advanced technologically. I think there's some teething issues, whether it's affecting other Unreal Engine 5 games, I do not know, but this... Oh, fucker. But this isn't a good look, to be fair. I mean, I think another year it may be in a good state, but for the now, it does need a lot more love. Stability, performance, graphical glitches. It basically has the same issues as Ark Survival Evolved, but it's all new issues, and it's all... I think this is shipped in a worse state than ASE did, which, I mean, that's pretty bad. I think this sold about 200,000 units so far on Steam, which is pretty good, but I expect it will sell a lot more once the expansions come out, which I didn't realise until I actually bought the game that you do get the expansions for free. So Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, all the super whiz-bang technological stuff you get for free, which is really good. We're supposed to be getting Scorched Earth by the end of this year, but I can't see it happening, to be honest. I think it's, unless they've already finished it and they're testing it, I don't know, but I think that ain't going to come until next year. I think all this other stuff will come next year. It's a big task they've set themselves. I mean, I know there's Grove Street Games and maybe another company or two working on the game, but it's a big task, and I'm in it for the long haul, to be honest. I mean, Ark has been one of my favourite survival games for many years and continues to be, but it has issues, and hopefully it'll get fixed. Like I said, this is only not a whinging video, but just a video just to sort of update on the state of the game, or where I am in my head with the game. Like I said, I'm not tired of it yet. I've got to a point where I need to start breeding again. Another good point, breeding. Oh, it's so much nicer now. You can just literally kill the father or the parent, whoever's with the little one. You can just steal them and just breed them, and just it's great. It really is great. Just a breath of fresh air. Not much in terms of player interactions because none of my friends have been playing it. They've been away, so yeah. Dedicated server we've got up and running. It seems to be hit and miss as to whether people can connect. More miss than hit, unfortunately. I know everything's configured on my end properly because it has been working, but they have been updating the dedicated server files a lot. Maybe not as much as the client, but they have been updating things, and it is getting better. The memory footprint's a lot less than it used to be, and apparently they're going to be tweaking things further just so it's a bit more efficient, and maybe perhaps we'll be able to get some proper PvE stuff going, because we're mainly a PvE tribe. We're not really PvP. We don't really rock that way. I won't mention mods because I want to play the game vanilla, but we will touch upon mods at some other time. Let's see if these... I never noticed these before. These little beaver dams. You going to give us some nice stuff? Oh, yes you are. Thank you. Always empty beaver dams because it won't respawn otherwise. Oh, I'm going. Cementing paste, and don't kill the beavers either because it can take a while to respawn. Look at all that cementing paste, delicious. But yeah, I'm still having fun with this game. Despite all its issues, it's still a fun game, and yeah, we've still got a lot to do in it. I mean, I've not even gone to a cave yet, not even beaten a boss yet, so we've got to build up our army and get things going. So yeah, this is literally just my little 5-10 minute blurb about the state of Ark and where I am with it, and yeah, I think it has a rosy future unless they mess something up, which hopefully they won't. You know, I don't like to see things surveil, and certainly not games that I like. So yeah. Look at him trying to get up to me, cheeky boy. There's that revolutionary AI path in there, look. Just deal with it. It's my cementing paste, I need it. But yeah, the game is doing a lot right. There's a lot going on, and I do like it. Anyway, what do you think? Did you buy the game? What do you think of it in its current state? Are you going to wait for consoles, or are you going to dig in and go for PC? I'd like to know your thoughts. If you like this video, give us a sub, give us a like. If you didn't like it, drop us a dislike and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, letters.